campaign to save Chuck. Zachary Levi plays Chuck Batowski, the title character of the show, and Joshua Gomez plays Morgan, Chuck's best friend. They're both joining us from Los Angeles. Guys, thanks for making the time.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us on the show.
All right, so you're kind of being kept in a state of suspended terror while you wait to find out whether the show will be brought back for a third season. What is that actually like?
You know, it's kind of par for the course, unfortunately, in Hollywood. You know, you kind of put your blood, sweat, and tears into something, and you care about it, and a lot of the fans care a lot about it as well. But it's the business, it's the politicking of the business, and you know that's why they call it show business, I guess, and not just show fun.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But we're hanging
it is
in
a
there.
Tough business.
This guy's never looked better.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Well, Josh, tell us about your kind of emotional attachment to the character. I mean, is this something that would be kind of heart-wrenching if you had to let him go?
Yeah, I think that would be more heart-wrenching would be kind of saying goodbye to my family for the last 2 years, you know? I mean, I've gotten so close to Zach and to our cast and crew and everything like that. And so that, for me, is the hardest part of saying goodbye on a show like this. You know, you just become really close and you just get used to seeing each other and working together and I would miss that but it's the friends and the memories you make, you know.
Quite right.
Sign my yearbook?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
K-I-T. You're the funniest in English.
Stop it, LOL.
Well, you guys are,
yeah, no, but it's good. It's good.
You're clearly fans of each other, and you have people who absolutely love the show. I mean, your fans are, you know, just devoted. But there's this strange dichotomy because ratings have been a little tough sometimes. So why do you think there's that difference? I'll put that to you, Zach.
You know, honestly, I think that, and I could get into trouble for saying this, but I think everyone's aware of it. The television formula is broken. It doesn't really work the way that it's set up right now, and we have so many more viewers, especially in a show like Chuck, where Chuck himself would be downloading shows off of iTunes or watching them streaming off of Hulu.com. A lot of our fans do that. And unfortunately, I don't think most people realize that that's watching it in that way doesn't really help the ratings. The advertisers need to see live eyes on the television screen, not DVR, not download, not streaming, none of that. Although I'm a fan of any of it. I just want people to be able to see the show and love it as much as we love making it. But unfortunately, it doesn't all work into the formula that tells a network and a studio that this is a show to keep around necessarily. But I think that, you know, clearly everyone is having to adapt to the future of technology and the way that people are embracing media through that technology. And, you know, we've had a big outcry. A lot of people went out and bought some $5 footlongs on the night of our finale.
Yeah, that was a very creative
suggestion
response.
boxes. Yeah, you know, and sending in little boxes of nerds to NBC saying, you know, we're all nerds.
And all grassroots, you know. It's really, and that's what's really kind of impressive is that this was all started by fans kind of, and again, through the internet, through technology, kind of go, how do we do it? How do we help save this, our favorite show or our whatever? And that's really impressive to me because it started from their minds and their hearts and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
All right, Zach and Josh, while you're talking about how passionate fans are, we actually want to bring in somebody else now because our friends over at iReport asked TV viewers which of their shows they wanted to save, and overwhelmingly it was actually your guys' show, Chuck. The responses came in from all over the globe. Here's some of them.
This is Cecilia from Brazil, and I'm here to say to NBC, please, save Chuck.
It's Mike from the UK. I've been religiously checking news every single day to see what's happening with Chuck. I really, really hope that NBC consider it.
Perfect from the titles and music to the plot and the cast. My name is Michael Kostrov. I live in Kazakhstan.
People watch it with their families. They like watching it with their families and bringing other people in to watch.
Our favorite show is Chuck. We love watching Chuck. We think it's totally cool.
That was a very international look at how popular Chuck is. And joining us now is one of those iReporters who you saw, Gray Jones. He's actually behind the podcast Save Chuck. Hey, this is fantastic. Tell us about why you launched this campaign.
We salute you, sir. We salute you.
Hey, Josh. Hey, Zach. Sorry, I didn't hear the question there.
Yeah, just why you decided to start this campaign, this Save Chuck campaign.
Well, it's the most fun show on television, and the thing is, it's in Escape right now that doesn't have a lot of family shows. It's something that you can watch with your 80-year-old grandfather, or you can watch with your 8-year-old son. It really spans all ages, but I think that it really is a show that for some reason has not maybe been marketed as well as it could have, to be understood by everybody, to say, you know what it is. It's fun, it's spy, it's drama, it's comedy, it's action. It's things that could appeal to anybody, but I really believe that there are tons and tons of people out there that could be watching that just don't know about it.
All right, and Gray, you have a couple of quick questions, I think, for Josh and Zach. Far away.
Well, Zach, you mentioned when we talked a couple of weeks ago that you wanted to avoid the Jericho phenomenon, where the show was renewed and then canceled soon after. What do you think fans can do over the summer to increase and build up the audience in the fall?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I certainly don't want to be misunderstood. I don't want to, unfortunately, that was my phone. It was the alarm. My phone is on silent. I do very much respect the Jericho phenomenon in the sense that the fans got behind it, sent tons of peanuts to CBS, and Les Moonves, you know, saw it fitting to renew the show. But he also cautioned the fans, and he said, you need to take this same passion and you need to dedicate it toward the next season. Otherwise, we'll have no choice but to do exactly what we've just done and cancel the show. And so my only, my passion, my caution, my warning, my thoughts to anyone out there who loves Chuck as much as we love making it is thank you, first of all, for the grassroots campaigns that everyone has either started or been a part of. We will continue to do everything that we can to jump on board with you. We share your enthusiasm, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And please, let's all take that into the future so that we're not just doing this for nothing now, that this will mean a wave. This is just the beginning of a big wave that will continue to, you know, bring us through the next few seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
And now that Chuck sort of has these superpowers, is that going to change the show, or we're just going to have more fun opportunities from that?
It's not going to change the show. There are certain things that I wish I could tell you right now, but I can't tell you because I don't want to blow it for Chris Vidak and Josh Schwartz and our other very talented, awesome writers. Just know that this kind of you know, advent of superpowers is not all that meets the eye. I mean, there are certain conditions or scenarios in which they might be implemented. So, you know, there's still bumbling Chuck trying to make his way through this world of espionage. This is not a puzzle solved. This is certainly still a work in progress. So there'll still be, you know, the great romance and tension between Chuck and Sarah. There'll still be all the hijinks at the Buy More, you know, that is being courageously led by Morgan, obviously because, you know, Chuck has been absent, you know, living in the spy world. Isn't that right, buddy? I'm sorry about that, by the way. And you know, and this, you know, the same kind of tomfoolery and heart, really, that we've been able to and wanting to bring since day one of this show. And that obviously, you know, is I think, you know, the biggest reason why people respond to it. It's something that, like you said perfectly, your 80-year-old father and your 8-year-old son, you can all sit down and watch it together and all be equally entertained, but for, you know, multiple different reasons. And to be able to have that is such a blessing for us.
Mm-hmm. And to Joshua now, to somebody who's never seen the show, why should they go out this summer and rent the Season 1 DVD and get caught up and see Season 3 in the fall?
Well, for all the reasons that you guys are just, and you said perfectly yourself, I think, it's just a really entertaining hour of television. It's really fun, and it's not too heavy. And right now, with kind of everything going on, I feel like that's what people really need right now. Is just a nice hour of escapism, and I think that we offer that in spades. You know, spades, is that right?
Yeah, in
Can
spades.
you offer something in spades?
I think so. It's easier than offering it in diamonds, clubs, or hearts.
Okay. All right. But yeah, no, it's as you can see, it's we take ourselves very seriously, and so go out there and get those DVDs.
All right, Gray, I'm sure you are laughing heartily now. Thank you ever so much to Gray, our iReporter, for joining us, and also for the campaign to save Chuck. And
thank you, Gray. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
yeah,
Thanks, guys.
It's interesting because Gray is bringing up a point there that a lot of our iReporters have been sharing too, like Carl, who says, Chuck is the best show on TV, hands down. This show is why I wear my own Chucks to work now. Hey, Josh and Zach, I want to ask you guys, of all of the things that you have seen, the ideas to save Chuck, what has been the most creative? I know, for example, Zach, that you were involved in leading people to Subway.
Yes, this I can't deny this. Yes, this really did happen. There's a girl named Wendy Farrington, and she's a diehard Chuck fan. She was sitting at home watching Chuck one night, trying to think of ways that she could save the show, and she just kind of put two and two together and said, well, Subway's a main advertiser in the show, and if we can patronize or solicit these certain businesses that are putting their time and money into the show, then wouldn't that bode well with NBC and with the studio and whatnot? And I think that's very smart campaigning. She happened to be in England. I was over there with Adam Baldwin doing a sci-fi convention, taking some pictures and signing some autographs and spending some time with the fans. And there happened to be a Subway right around the corner. I didn't even know Subways existed anywhere outside of the United States. That's how ignorant I am. Of course, there's one right around the corner from where we were in Birmingham. And everyone at that convention said, yeah, I'll go with you. Let's go get a sandwich. So, the ants go marching one by one, hurrah, and we're over. And they said, hey, you can make a sandwich. So I went behind the counter to make a sandwich. And the next thing I know, I don't know, I made 200 sandwiches.
Who knew?
And let me tell you, I'm pretty good
guy.
at making sandwiches.
Yeah.
I am pretty good.
Yes, carpal
I
tunnel
am
now.
sure
too.
you are. Well, we hope that you're not going to be making sandwiches, that you are going to be continuing to shoot Chuck, and that we'll be able to welcome you back for a third season. So we want to thank you, Zach, Josh, for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so
God
much.
bless you. Have a great day.
Bye.